Hello, everyone. Hi, here's James from EnGenius, together with Hank from EnGenius. We will start the webinar soon. Let's just wait maybe 1 or 2 more minutes until more people are entering the webinar. Hank, you maybe want to say something first before the webinar starts?
Yes, James, thank you. Like you said, let's wait a few minutes and I will start with the kickoff when most of the attendants are in.
Hank, what do you think? Shall we start the webinar? It's 3 past 3 already.
Yes, I think, well, most are in, probably the rest will drop in the next couple of minutes. So let's go ahead and let's start. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of EnGenius and Convina, I would like to welcome you all to this webinar. My name is Henk Baan, and I'm responsible for the regions Benelux and the Nordics, so the Scandinavian countries. I'm here together with James Roos, who's our product manager for Europe at EnGenius. We would like to have an interactive webinar, so please ask your questions during this webinar, and we will try to answer your questions as much as possible in this webinar itself. That said, I would like to ask James to take over, and I wish everyone a very nice and educational webinar. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Hank, for your introduction. So, as mentioned by Hank, James Roos, that's me, product manager for EnGenius. Yeah, let's right away kick off this webinar. So this webinar was organized by Convina with the request of, hey, EnGenius, can you please give us and some potential new customers and some good customers, close partners, an update, an overview over what EnGenius is, and especially a little bit focus on the Wi-Fi 6 that we are having now. So yeah, so today's webinar, this is the agenda that I want to go through. So I will start with the introduction about the EnGenius brand, the portfolio, the Wi-Fi 6, and how we position ourselves. And there is definitely room for question and answers. So as mentioned by Hank, you can actually post your questions in the questions field of the webinar interface, and then yeah, or maybe you can raise your hand as well, also through the pressing the button for raising your hand, and then we can also attend your question there. Okay, so let's start with my introduction. So about EnGenius, EnGenius is a Taiwanese company, and we actually have a few offices all over the world. We are a USA registered brand, and EnGenius actually is the brand owned by the company Senao. Senao is our mother company, and as we mentioned, we have a few global offices, but our headquarters is in Taiwan, Taipei, where also our factory is. And very important is that we do have our own factory, the Senao factory, and Senao is not only producing Senao devices, EnGenius devices, but we're also one of the bigger manufacturers in general for Wi-Fi products. And yeah, so small map of where our offices are. So as mentioned, Taiwan office, headquarter in Taiwan, and there is a Singapore office. There is an office in Dubai. We have a big office also in the US and also in Canada. And Henk and me, we are in from the Eindhoven office, and we are responsible for the European and also part of the Russian market. So also including, yeah, customers like Convina. So as mentioned, we are a Taiwanese company, 100% developed and made in Taiwan. All the production plants, or actually our two production plants are in Taiwan. The biggest part is now situated on the site of where our headquarters is. And we also have a site production line in Taipei City. Yeah, we produce more than 1 million units of Wi-Fi devices and also other devices in our factory per month. We are, of course, ISO 9001 and TL 9000 certified, and all our processes and quality control are according to these standards. Okay, so just to right away go further with EnGenius, our products, our brand, our products. Just want to go through our products here. So mainly EnGenius at this moment, as we are talking today, we are having two main product lines. I will go through both of them. And the first product line that I want to talk about is the EnGenius Cloud platform, or the EnGenius Cloud solution. And we also have our EnGenius nSky solution. So looking at the past, we actually first had our nSky solution, which was a managed access points managed by an on-premise controller. And in 2019, we introduced our cloud platform, and where we have different devices managed by a 100% cloud controller. Okay, so before to continue with the cloud platform, I just want to talk about the fact that we are not just producing products, but we actually want to offer a whole solution of products, or actually not a solution of product, but a whole solution which includes our products, and that's what we call the end-to-end solution. And there are actually 3 pillars which are very important and how we roll out our end-to-end solution. So the first pillar is plan. We provide you a tool where you can plan EnGenius access points. The tool is called Easy Wi-Fi Planner, and that is where you can plan without first buying any access points or anything from us. You can already start planning EnGenius access points. Then, of course, the second thing is deploy, is where you want to deploy our access points and switches. The third pillar of our end-to-end solution is the management part. So we have plan, deploy, and manage, and you can manage with EasyMaster in the nSky solution. And I will also talk about the cloud solution where we have the controller in our cloud. So what we want to offer customers, if you buy EnGenius, is this end-to-end solution. So we care about how you start deploying your devices. You plan it first, you deploy it, and then you manage it with our controller software or controller platforms. So the end-to-end solution, I started the presentation with the 2 product lines, and I tried to explain the end-to-end solution. So if we have the end-to-end solution, plan, deploy, and manage, and we have our 2 solutions here, we can draw over it in a matrix that we have our Easy Wi-Fi Planner, which is the planning software. We can deploy either cloud access points or cloud switches in our cloud solution, and then we can manage it with a cloud platform. And if we're talking about the nSky solution, we have our EWS access points and switches, which are the nSky products, and these are being managed by the EWS controller switch, EasyMaster, or a SkyKey. So what is very important here is to distinguish here that we have one solution in the cloud, which has their own access points, and we have the nSky solution, which also have their own access point, and of course, different controllers for each solution. So planning, I just have one slide to just not go too deep in all the matter, just want to give you an overview. So for the planning software, the Easy Wi-Fi Planner, this is just one screenshot of what can be produced by the Easy Wi-Fi Planner software. Need to mention here that the Easy Wi-Fi Planner software will be provided to everyone for free after people are registered to our partner portal. So the software itself is on the partner portal. So as soon as you have authorized, if you are authorized to use the partner portal, you can use the Easy Wi-Fi Planner. So the Easy Wi-Fi Planner is a software, an online software tool where you can upload floor plans, or you can use the Google Maps, and you have to draw. If you're using a floor plan, you have to draw in walls to let the drawing recognize your floor plan, and then you can either let the software calculate the best Wi-Fi for you, or you can manually place access points to see what is the best placement for the access points to place. And of course, after you make all the floor plans in your project, you can export everything. You can export floor plans, coverage plans, a list of access points, all the settings, radio settings, the TX power, frequencies used will be all combined in this one project, and you can use will be combined in the report, and this report you can reuse for doing your quotation for your customer. So planning part, Easy Wi-Fi Planner. Easy Wi-Fi Planner is one tool that is used for both the cloud and the EnSky solution. So let's talk about the EnGenius Cloud solution. So what is our EnGenius Cloud solution? It's solution of a whole system, a whole environment where there is a cloud controller. It's a 100% controller in the cloud. It is actually based on FaaS, which is function as a service. So that means actually that there is not a fixed server that we are having our controller on. All the functionalities are acquired on the moment that are needed. So it's very flexible, and yeah, it can be scaled up when needed. Okay, then we have the EasyS Cloud hybrid switches. Of course, yeah, we have the switches in there, and we have the cloud managed indoor and outdoor access points. So far, this is already a good controller, like a good solution like this. But on top of that, we also have our EnGenius Cloud to Go app. That is actually an app which has recently been relaunched because we make a few advanced adjustments on the app, that now you can actually use the app to set up a whole network. Previously, the app was only to use as a monitoring tool to get some information out of it, but now you can actually, without accessing our cloud platform, just from the app, you can set up a whole network, access points and switches from the palm of your hand. That's the Cloud to Go app. In the past, I did already some additional webinars and explanations about the Cloud to Go app. And yeah, so back to the partner portal, where also the Easy Wi-Fi Planner is. You can also find some archived webinars there, or you can find the links to the webinars if you want to have more information about this. Last but not least, for the EnGenius Cloud product line, we also apply limited lifetime warranty. And again, if you are a member from the partner portal, you are automatically entitled to receive limited lifetime warranty. If you are not a partner, then you can still request limited lifetime warranty from our website, through our website. So back to the cloud. Summarizing: cloud controller, 100% cloud, cloud switches, cloud access points, cloud app, and yeah, talking about the features, it's a very rich feature set with the network health center, floor plan with heat maps, topology view, hierarchy view, layer 7 dashboard, and as I mentioned, management on the go. But the most important thing that is actually in our cloud at this moment is that the fact that our cloud is totally free as we have it now. We have our SMB version of the cloud with the feature set for the SMB is license free. So this is very important to remember. And of course, next year we will also release a more advanced. So our cloud is already very rich, but we are going to expand our functionality in our cloud, and we will launch also an enterprise version of the cloud. And there's where we want to ask a fee for that, for a license, but that includes features that only for really advanced users, then they need certain features, and then they have to move to or upgrade to an enterprise version of the cloud, mainly for SMB.
If I can make one addition, James.
Yes.
For our listeners, in the current cloud, there are already quite a few of these advanced functions available, but they are clearly marked as paid future debuts. So in order for all of the users to know that this is an advanced feature that will appear in the paid license version next year.
Okay. yeah, thank you for this addition. I will also show you later some slides for that. Yes, so but enterprise cloud will be available next year, but still we will have two sets of features. So the basic set or SMB set, or whatever you want to call it, SMB set features is free, and there is an enterprise set that need to pay a license for. Next slide. Okay, so talking about the cloud, a few things: easy deployment, smart networking, and visualized insight. I'm just going to give you a little bit impression on how our cloud looks like. I'm not going too deep into it today, since this is just an overview introduction, but keep in mind that the key features for our cloud is easy deployment, smart networking, and visualized insight. So on the easy deployment, it's actually the first thing is that you want to do with cloud access points is that you will need to register them to be used in the cloud. And there are two ways to register them. As I mentioned, we have an app. The app also will work together with your camera to let the app also be a QR code reader. And each access point will have or has a unique QR code on the access point, which makes it very easy to scan the access point, and through the app you can directly add the access point to your cloud account. Of course, manually entering in the cloud platform is, of course, not a problem. After that, you want to add access points and switches to a certain network within your account, and that's very easy and very intuitive to do. Of course, it's a cloud platform, and you can just manage access point everywhere and from anywhere. And since our cloud devices are so well designed in setting up, it's just very easy just to take an access point. If it's either pre-configured or not, you can just bring it home, connect it, power it up, and make sure it has an internet connection by cable, or afterwards even through mesh. You can just manage access point from anywhere, from any place. No need to open up any ports or something. Just as long as an access point has an internet connection, it can be managed from the cloud. Smart networking. One of the smart things that we actually built in is the fact that we have a hierarchy view, and from the hierarchy view you can actually, what you can do is copy your company structure inside the cloud platform. And for example, if you have company A, company B, company C, you can just make the same companies in your cloud platform. If you have sub offices, you can also assign certain places you can assign the whole hierarchy in the cloud. And that's for example, if you want to manage the access points, you can very easily follow your company structure, your building structure, your department structure, and you can assign the access points under the networks of that specific, in this case maybe in the Milan office or something. So in real life, you will, in the cloud, you will very easily see the same structure being copied to your cloud account. And from here, you can actually manage this network for this office in the US, for example. Various authentication options, including internal radius server, internal hotspot, and social login. Scheduled firmware upgrades, and so actually the cloud will do this by themselves, but you can program or you can pre-assign certain time slots where you want to have the the firmware upgrades to be done, so it will not interfere with your office times, and it will definitely also respect the time zone that the network is located at. One of the features, client blocking, client kicking. There is of course a client listing here. And as I mentioned already before, there is the EnGenius Cloud to Go app. If you want to know more about the EnGenius Cloud to Go, which is quite recently released, as mentioned, there are some archived webinar available for your reference if you want to get another explanation about this app. The app can also be used to receive the alerts from the cloud platform. If there is anything wrong in the network, you can just let the cloud platform inform you through the app. Inside the platform, of course, there is a certain hierarchy of users. There are 3 types of users that can be assigned in the cloud account. And you can have an admin, which can do everything. You can have a viewer account, which you can use if you only want to view configuration in the network. And there is also a setting for front desk manager, where you can, for example, if you are using the cloud platform in a hotel, the front desk can be assigned to, for example, the receptionist, who needs to assign or make vouchers for the Wi-Fi access for the customers who are visiting the hotel. And then it will still go to the cloud platform, but it will only show the specific pages where the receptionist can create and print the vouchers from the cloud platform. So I have maybe a screenshot here. Yes. Okay, let me go back to this. Okay, this is a screenshot from the cloud, and here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 menu items here on the left side. And after you log in with the front desk account, you only see 2 pages here. This is one page to generate the Wi-Fi vouchers, and if you go to the other page, do I have a screenshot of? No, I don't have a screenshot of the other page. But from here, you can create the vouchers, and you can print them directly from the cloud platform. The last group of categorized features are the visualized insights. Of course, if you are having a network, you want to know how your network is performing, if there are any problems, if there are any issues. And when you enter the cloud platform, you enter in the network dashboard. So this is the screenshot that you start with when you enter your network first. And you can right away see in one glance that, in this case, I have 1 switch here. There's 1 online, 0 offline. I have 5 access points, and hey, 2 online, 3 offline, and the clients that are connected to my network. You see this first. I also see that there are some issues detected in this screenshot. This is just a screenshot. And this is the reason. This is indicated in orange. There's something wrong here, and I can see that there are 3 access points offline. So in this case, I purposely disconnected a few access points just to be able to show this screenshot that there are issues detected, and you will be warned or notified that there are some issues in this network. So this is the first page that you see in a cloud. If you would scroll down, then you would also be able to see some statistics of the cloud network, the top access points, top clients, top SSIDs, and there is also the layer 7 survey of the cloud, that the cloud will indicate what kind of traffic is used over your network. So a few other things that are in the cloud available, the real-time matrix. You can see how an access point is performing what is the status of the CPU memory throughput. So that is also in. And of course, there is a map view, where you can just open up the Google Maps inside your cloud, and you can drag and drop the access points on the place and save it on that place, and you can get a very easy overview of where are your access point located. So this is for outside, you use Google Maps. For indoors, you use floor plans that you upload, and you can make an estimation of how your network is performing. Very nice feature is also Topology View. You can very easily see the relationship between the access points, and it's an interactive topology view, so you can actually, okay, this is a screenshot, but in real life, if you would click on the switch in this case, then you will go directly to the detailed view of that switch. A feature that is currently available as a paid license feature debut. This is what Hank mentioned. This feature is already available. It's ready. Since we don't have a paid version of our cloud now, this first feature is now temporarily available in our free cloud. But later, when the paid version will be finalized, this will be not available anymore in the free version of the cloud. But this is an interesting feature that we call a client timeline. It will record the movement or the connection status actually of a client to which access point, to which SSID, to which radio of that access point. It will record everything and put it in a very intuitive view, and you can actually see if there is a healthy behavior of a client connecting to certain access points. Once there are some things not done correctly or not going the right way, some red elements will be colored red to show that there are some things not properly working as it should be, and you can take your corrective measurements to still get your or improve the performance of your total network. Layer 7 applications, I already mentioned that in the screenshot that we do have a layer 7 applications. Keep in mind that this is just an analyzing of the type of traffic. We are not, the EnGenius Cloud is not recording any customer data or websites that are visited. For example, if I surf over our cloud network, you cannot see that I am going to a certain web page. That's not, we're not recording this, but the cloud can recognize the type of traffic. If I connect to Netflix, it will be recognized as Netflix traffic. You don't, it's not recorded that me, James, I'm watching this and that movie. It's just the type of traffic. However, so based on privacy reasons, we just stick on this part, but it can be very, very valuable information if you want to analyze the performance of your network. For example, maybe a bad example, but if I see that there is network traffic in an office environment, then I can consider that some people are not having enough work to do. So we should work on that. Yeah, so far for the cloud. I just want to give you an overview what kind of products we have in our cloud. We have, of course, indoor and outdoor access points. So these are the access points that are now available. So we have access points in 11AC. We do have 11AX, and we're going to quickly over that part for 11AX. We have also outdoor access points, even outdoor access points with 11AX. So access points. So currently 6 models, and we are developing a lot more access points, and we actually are going to focus more on the cloud access points. We have also cloud switches. Switches are hybrid switches. That means that they can also be used in our EnSky solution, but mainly focusing to be used as a cloud managed switches. We have switches on 5 gigahertz, 10 gigabit copper ports, and we have switches with 2.5 gigabit copper ports, and of course we have normal switches with 1 gigabit copper ports, and we have switches with starting from a small 8-port switch up to the 48-port switches that with or without PoE available in our product line. So these are what we have now, and also for the switches counts that we are still developing more different models to try to give you a very wide selection so you can fit the exact right product for your deployment. So let's talk about the EnSky solution. So up to now we have talked about the cloud solution, where all the access points are cloud access points and cloud switches, and the access points and switches are managed with the cloud controller. So as mentioned, we also have the EnSky solution. EnSky solution is based on an on-premise controller. So this is the EnSky solution. Components in there is the on-premise controller. It can be the control in the switch. It can be our EasyMaster virtual machine. It can be our EasyMaster controller in as an AMI, the Amazon Machine Image, which can be downloaded and used on the Amazon Web Services. And we have EasyMaster in the SkyKey, and the SkyKey actually is a small hardware controller as here. And there is the controller already built in. Of course, we have EWS switches, the EnSky switches, and we have our EnSky indoor and outdoor access points. Yes, so managed by EasyMaster. EasyMaster, again, also is a software controller that is free. Yes, and just to quickly show you that it's also very intuitive, just a few screenshots. What you see is what you get, and I always say, if you can connect, or if you can configure a router, a normal household router, you can also work with EasyMaster. That's possible. I do have to say that using the cloud is even more simple to use, more easy to use, but still very powerful. Again, also here we have Topology View. Just go quickly over it up. Remote multi-site network management from anywhere, also there. You can have a switch controller, and you can manage up to 10,000 access points through the Amazon controller, the AMI version. So under EnSky, keep in mind that I've mentioned before that we have our cloud solution, we have our on-premise solution. Cloud solution have their own access points. EnSky solution also have their own access points. So they cannot be interchanged with each other. There are different firmwares on top of that, so you cannot use them mixed. You have to separate them before. So we have 11AX access points, indoor and outdoor, and we have 11AC access points. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so these are available. And we have a few outdoor access points as well on 11AC. Oh, that's funny. Normally, there is one slide missing for the switches, but yeah, just mentioning here, we also have switches available in our EnSky product line. So summary, if you look at our two product lines, we have our cloud product line, we have our on-premise product line. To be honest, after the introduction of the cloud, I'm really charmed about the functionality and the ease of use of our cloud solution. You don't have to bother about installation. The cloud is directly available to use. And for me, it's just way easy or way clear that, okay, let's just go for the cloud. However, if you are not allowed or not able to use a cloud platform, then you can still revert back to our on-premise solution. For example, if your government does not allow you to use any cloud controller or anything in the cloud, then we have our on-premise solution as an alternative. And our on-premise solution is proven to be a very good and stable, reliable solution for many Wi-Fi solutions. And with this quality, we have now, since last year, our cloud solution improving even the ease of use, and especially how to say, the flexibility to have the cloud controller and already pre-configured in the cloud. So that's, for me, the way to go for. So that was very quickly talking about our solutions. As mentioned, we do have 11AX access points, and I believe 11AX is also the way to go for 11AX. It's a new technology. It's like the answer of the previous technology that there is a big demand of an increasing demand of Wi-Fi data throughput, and with Wi-Fi 6 technology, this is possible. So, and there are actually 6 main benefits for the Wi-Fi standard. I just want to quickly point them out on what is important for 11AX. Okay, so first I need to mention here that 11AX is the code name of the standard developed by the IEEE. So the full name is 802.11ax, and that's the code number for this technology by the IEEE institution. Wi-Fi 6 is the name that the Wi-Fi Alliance gives to this technology to try to make it a little bit more simple for the people who are not used to have all these code names and numbers. So Wi-Fi 6 is the same as 11AX. So this is very important to remember. Yes. So the benefits of 11AX, in short, summarizing in advance, very important is that, of course, the speed is higher, and higher speed also means that we are able to have a greater capacity. And not only the greater capacity is achieved by the speed, but also higher efficiency, and that results in the total improved performance of the whole network. Also very important that that's energy saving. That means also cost saving, of course, and it's future proof. So first of all, this slide is taken from one press release presentation of Qualcomm, where they state that EnGenius is one of the partners that in enterprise wireless to roll out 11AX. So we are really, and we work together with Qualcomm, and they really endorse us to become to be the enterprise partner for the Wi-Fi devices. So yes, Wi-Fi 6. We had first 11A BG with a maximum speed of 54 megabit per second. Then we had 11N that goes up to 600 Mbps. Then we had the 11AC, and followed with 11AC Wave 2. A little bit improvement there feature-wise, but let's just stick with 11AC, 1733 megabit per second. And now we have 11AX that goes up to almost 9,600 megabit per second. So you can see that there's a quite big jump in the possible speed that an access point can have when using 11AX. And of course, this is not, it's not that it's like 100 times faster than the other technology, but yeah, in the total network performance will definitely increase, and also the speed for the clients is also increasing. So speed is the first thing that is very important with Wi-Fi 6. In general, you can actually say, so it's not that the speed will be 200 times faster. No, in general, 11ax will achieve a factor 4 higher of total throughput, not per client, but in total throughput in a dense environment. And yeah, so this is an average number, which is average out based on the different technologies that are, or the different protocols that are making 11ax faster. So in total, in the total throughput of a whole network, 4 times faster. Another thing, higher efficiency. So there are a few features that are embedded in 11ax, and these summarized in this slide. So we have, for example, BSS coloring. I will come back to that later. OFDMA, target wait time. That makes the network more efficient. And then we have, let's do 3 first, 8x8 multi-MIMO. So we have greater capacity. And you see that also a lot of access points will have a bigger size, bigger multi-user MIMO streams, more antennas. So in general, it's possible to create bigger and more heavier access points to cater, especially in dense areas, to cater a lot of users at the same time. Also, technologies are embedded to improve the performance so that more network data can be transported at the same time. So one of the features is the 1024 QAM, which improves one of the speeds of the 11ax. So splitting them up, OFDMA download and upload OFDMA. So 11ax adopts the OFDMA to allow multiple users with varying bandwidth needs to be served simultaneously, and that will result in a fixed overhead payload size, reduced latency, and increased efficiency. So what 11ax does is that with the download upload OFDMA, the packages will be more compressed to each other, and you transport it simultaneously, even different types of packages and that makes the network more efficient. Then 1024 QAM, it's a modulation scheme. So instead of using rough waves, a little bit bigger waves, the modulation is made a little bit smaller. So the throughput can increase for another 25%. Uplink, downlink, and multi-user MIMO. Previously in 11ac, you can only achieve a downlink multi-user MIMO. So currently with 11ax, you can also do the uplink multi-user MIMO. And then with the fact that we have bigger access points up to 8x8, then we can make bigger access points to increase the capacity of your network in this way. Then we have BSS coloring. BSS coloring tags the package with an extra sub packet. It gives a special color to differentiate between adjacent basic surface sets to reduce waiting time and lessen contention. So if they have the same color, or with BSS coloring, you can actually have like a sub channel. So we have less interference, and you can reuse the same channel even if they are in the same neighborhood. So this will definitely increase your bandwidth and also decrease the interference in your network. Target wait time, that's a system that it will reduce the power consumption, it schedules wait times, extends client battery life, especially for mobile and IoT devices. So the thing is that once an access on client is not active, they will be turned off, and only when triggered, they will turn the radio on, and that will definitely be able to save your battery life. And the last feature in here is the longer OFDM symbols, which enables a shorter wait time between data transmissions and tolerates more noise and allows greater coverage, which is needed because normally in 5 gigahertz, the coverage would be smaller because of the higher frequency. And but with the longer the OFDM symbols, this will compensate a little bit. So the last important thing for 11AX is the fact that 11AX is future-proof. 11AX is the standard that's now being developed by, or not developed, I have to use the word rolled out in a lot of more devices day by day. New devices will be equipped not anymore with an 11AC chipset, but with an Wi-Fi 6 11AX chipset. So it will be able to achieve higher product standards or network standards. So currently I have a short list here in my notes, some telephones which are already having 11AX, and that is the Huawei P40, Huawei P40 Pro, iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and 11 Pro Max. So all the iPhone 11s are all having 11AX already. Even the iPhone SE, the new model, also have 11AX. Samsung devices starting from the Note 10, S10, S10e, S20, and the Samsung Galaxy Fold, they also have already 11AX built in the devices. Also, some phones from LG, Motorola, and OnePlus, they also come equipped with 11AX. So with the Wi-Fi 6, you have tomorrow's technology in your hand. And yes, more devices are coming day by day. So also notebooks are having 11AX chips already built in. Sidestep for Wi-Fi 5 versus Wi-Fi 6. This is actually a table that comes from a review in Network World from IDG. Network World has tested a few models of Wi-Fi 6 access points, which include a model from Extreme, from Cisco, from Meraki, and one EnGenius device. So they are tested against each other and also using different adapters. And like to point out here that our EnGenius EWS 377 AP, they outperform any other models, even for sure on 11AX, they outperform all the other devices, and also on the 11AC, in combination with the Galaxy S5, our access points also outperform the other competitors that we have in this test. So we are very pleased with this result. It proves again that the quality and the fine-tuning of our hardware, comparing to other brands, outperform the other devices as well. So we are the first and we are the fastest access point on the market with Wi-Fi 6. Before I want to go to questions and answers, I have a few more slides, so let's go through them first and then we will go to some questions. So first of all, I would like to point out our positioning and our key selling points or the key selling points of EnGenius. I have here a table here with a few brands, and of course in the left we have price against features, and of course we have brands like TP-Link and Ubiquity, which are quite cheap in the market, where you but yeah, in comparing to the features and price, EnGenius here is very much in the middle. On the other hand, we see the enterprise brands with a lot of features, but that's also what you pay for. So we as EnGenius like to take our positions to have the best price performance ratio, especially now with our cloud solution. We actually are convinced that our positioning in this table should be even more on this side, since we have a lot of additional and also enterprise features coming into our cloud as well. So this is for our Wi-Fi brand positioning, and I like to mention that we have a lot of customers who actually use EnGenius besides Cisco, for example, Fortinet or Aruba or Ruckus. So we have a lot of customers who have like an enterprise brand, and they carry our brand next to it as a good alternative, because we actually do believe that for most of the people only use not use all the features that are offered by an enterprise brand. And EnGenius, we can cover about 70 to 80 or even more than 80%, especially in our cloud platform, of the enterprise brands at a way more affordable price level. So this is what we offer in our positioning in regards to our competition. So the key selling points, we have a very healthy channel that makes the competition between other distributors having also EnGenius. There is not much competition. We have a good price structure, and we actually offer a better margin for the whole channel. So also for distributors, for sub-distributors, for the installers. We want you to make money by selling EnGenius, and we try to maintain this structure as long wherever is possible. High performance, I showed you the test result from even against extreme Cisco Meraki, and so yeah, we have high performance here. What is also very important is now I'm talking with you guys. We give direct supports to our channel in Europe, and we also have our limited lifetime warranty. So on top of that, as I said, we want you to make money together with EnGenius. We create a fair business opportunities. We help you with network design. We help you to do the network implementation using our Easy Wi-Fi planner, or just give a call and we will help you with any questions that you have. Network monitor and managing and maintenance with our controller software, either on-premise controller or our cloud controller, and the expansion, the how to say, you can very easily start with a small network and then expand your network whenever your deployment is growing. So yeah, and we also provide all these free tools for you, and to give service and make money with EnGenius. So far for my part of the presentation. I try to give you a lot of information, and I can definitely imagine that you have some questions. So for now, yeah, I would like to see if there are any questions. You can post them in the questions field. or maybe you can raise your hand and then we can unmute your microphone. So far, I don't see any questions. In this case, Henk, you also want to add something? There was also the promotion that Convina now has with EnGenius.
Yes, well, as long as there are no questions raised, I think we can finish this webinar. And yeah, I would like to point out that there's up to at least the end of this month a special promotion. Convina is running on Wi-Fi 6 product bundles. So I would like to ask anyone who's interested in this to contact their Convina sales representative to ask for this special Wi-Fi 6 promo. And since I don't see any questions asked, everyone feel free to, you can always ask some questions later, as James indicated. I think we can finish, and I thank everyone for their attendance, and hopefully, well, you've learned something from this webinar, and if there are any ways we can assist you guys in anything regarding EnGenius technology, don't hesitate to let Convina know or contact us directly, and we will support you anyway. So thanks a lot. And now,
yes, let me add here to thank Convina for this opportunity to share our thoughts about our products to a selection of the customers. I also would like to mention that this has been recorded, this webinar, and also this, so the recording will be made available after the webinar. And how to say, a PDF version of this presentation is also available to download in the download section. So. And if needed afterwards, we can also send it to you if you want to. So thank you very much.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, Henk, and thank you, Convina, and thank you all for your attendance. And I hope to see you in another webinar. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.